Okay, let's try it again. All right, so here was Star is Born. Click on that and let's go to the practice. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and start the activity. Okay, this is an example. So this is kind of what your example's gonna, what your problem's gonna look like. Okay, I'm gonna pretend I'm a student here, and I'm gonna go to page 2, and we're gonna just complete this. Let's pick a point. Let's say I use the point. Let's use the point. That's whole. I don't know. 5, 7. Okay. So I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna type 5, 7. That's my point. Okay. I'm gonna label it. I'm also going to make it bigger, and I'm going to reverse my contrast. Okay, so there's my point, 5, 7. Okay, the first step is to take this point and substitute it into y equals mx plus b, and then solve it for b. So I'm going to take 5, 7, and since my x is 5 and my y is 7, then I'm going to have 7 equals to mx. So that's going to be 5m plus b. Okay? So that's the equation I need to solve for b. If I solve that for b, then I subtract 5m from both sides. I'm going to end up with b equals to 7 minus 5m. Okay? That's what's good. Ignore the line that's going on right there. We don't need to really focus on that right now. Okay? So, all right. But this is how we're going to make our this is now we know how we're going to calculate our b values. All right. So now that we know what b is equal to, let's pick a value for m. We're going to start off and let m be equal to 5. So that means I'm going to go 7 minus 5 times 5. That's going to be negative 18. So uh, my first line that I'm going to graph is going to be y equals to 5x minus 18. You'll know you're doing it right because it goes through the point 5, 7. Okay? I don't need I don't need that right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and let m be equal to 4 now. So if I let m be equal to 4, then I'm going to go back to this b equals 7 minus 5m, and I'm going to let m be equal to 4. So I'm going to get 7 minus 5 times 4. Now I get a negative 13. That gives me my next equation. My next equation is going to be y equals to, I put in a 4, x, and I got a minus 13 out. And now you see I have my second line that goes through the point 5, 7. Now I'm looking at these two lines so far. Notice that my slope went from 5 to 4, but my y-intercept went from negative 18 to negative 13. So we're going to see a pattern in a minute. Let's go ahead and put in the next slope. So I got neg 5 minus 5. This time I'm going to put 7 minus 5 times 3 this time. 3, not 2. If I do that, I see that the next line I'm going to graph is y equals to 3x minus 8. And so there's my next line. It's going through 5, 7. So look at my 3 lines that I've graphed so far. 5x minus 18, 4x minus 13, 3, 8 minus x. So you ought to be able to use a pattern now to predict the next line. It looks like of course I know that my slope is going down by 1, so that means my next slope is going to be a 2. If I look at my y-intercept, I went from negative 8, 15 to negative 13. And then I went from negative 13 to negative 8. So that means I'm going up by 5 every time. So if I add 5 to negative 8, I should get a negative 3. And if I put a negative 3, look, it went through the point, and that lets me know it's right. So let's keep on going with the pattern now. Y equals, I know I'm going to have a 1x. It's going to be my next. And I got to add 5 to my next, to my y-intercept. That's going to give me 0.2 plus 2, because negative 3 plus 5 is positive 2. And look what it does. So let's keep on going. My next slope is going to be 0. So I can go ahead and put in a 0x plus, I'm going to add 5 to that 2 and get a 7. See, it goes to that point. Let's keep going. Y equals 2. I'm going to, now, keep in mind my slope is still going down by 1. So now I'm at a negative 1x. And I got to add 5 to that 7. That's going to give me a 12. Keep on going. Y equals negative 2x plus, I'm going to add 5 again. And I just keep on going. Negative 3x plus 22. Y equals negative 4x plus, add 5 again, 27. You can really see the pattern now. And you can just keep right on going. But I'm going to stop when I get to the negative 5. And I have, you can see now I have my full star there. Now, if I want to be even more creative, I might want to take my original point and I'm going to click on the cogwheel. I might want to change the color of it. I might want to make it bigger. Take this 8 and make it like maybe a 20. And see if that doesn't make the point bigger. It does. I might even change the point, make it look like a circle. It's kind of hard to see. I can make it, maybe I'll make it 40. Oh, 40 is, well, 240 is too big. But either way, you still get a star, okay? I was going to make it let's make it like 40. So, there. Of course, if you want to make it bigger, it's fine. It's just that you're making a star. And that's how you make a star, okay, with any point. That concludes this video. You try it with any point that you want and see if you can make a star the same way. This is the way this is the way you're going to be submitting your stars on a test. It's gonna be in Desmos. I'm gonna send you the activity. I'm gonna have you pick out the point, and then you just create the screen here. And that's it. That's the whole activity.